Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Tiara Cherie. It is your girl, Tiara Cherie. It's your girl, Tiara Cherie. It's your girl. Okay, I'm done. But what's up, y'all? Today we're going to talk about how to keep this New Year motivation going throughout the rest of the year. So I have some tips for y'all so that way you don't get too excited at the beginning of January, burn yourself out, and all this other good stuff. So stay tuned. All right, the first tip, number one. Don't start your year off with motivation. It's the worst thing you could do for yourself. If you're trying to find a sustainable routine, you need to throw all of that out of the window. Even though motivation gets us started, don't rely on motivation to take you throughout January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. It's just not going to happen. Motivation, it dies out, okay? It just dies out. We've all had our friends and family or just somebody close to us that says, hey, I'm gonna do this, or I started this and I was doing so great at first, but then I couldn't do it anymore, or it got too hard, or my schedule, yada 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 yada. It sounds like they were relying on motivation to kind of take them through instead of like consistency or discipline or something of that sort. So the first things first is take motivation out of the entire category. Do not rely on motivation to get you through the end of the year. Okay, let's put it in the garbage. Put it in the trash can. Garbage, yo. Garbage. How you spell garbage? How you say garbage in Spanish? Trabajadora. That's work. Tip number two. Tip number two is to plan it out. You want to make sure that you are writing down all of your goals that you want to achieve for that year, that month, that week. Like, write it down. Put it on a piece of paper, right? But when I say plan it out, I mean plan it out to a T, right? Make a schedule. Okay, let's say that your goal is to make 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. In order for you to make 1,000 subscribers, you gotta post some videos, okay? Or you gotta post some shorts, or you gotta post both. Okay, so you would schedule out, okay, boom, this is my goal. Underneath that, what goes into me making the video? I need to plan out what I'm gonna say. I need to figure out when I'm going to record it, and I need to find time to edit. So that means that you got to plan out when and where and why. Well, when, where, how you're doing these things. Do you need to set up before you record? Yes. Before you sit down and plan, do you need to be in a quiet space? Do you need to be, or it doesn't matter where you plan. Are you one of those type of planners? Just make sure that you're setting time aside to plan it out and write it down, because if you don't, it's going to get lost. And before you know it, you'll look up and it's December 2024. Okay. 2024, and we don't want that to happen. Okay, so tip number 3 is to say no. And when I say no, I mean say no to anything that does not align with your goals. I'm not saying you can't still go out and, you know, have a good time or whatever, enjoy life and get it. I'm just saying make it make sense. If you are supposed to be posting, let's say Monday, Thursday, and Saturdays, right? And it's a Thursday night, you haven't edited or recorded a video, but your friends ask you to go out, you're gonna have to say no. If you plan ahead, which you already should be doing it, to be honest with you, but you know, life happens. If you have already planned ahead and recorded and edited the video, and you already have the video like set up to go out, that's different. You know, you can be able to enjoy yourself. When I say no, I mean if it's distracting you from what needs to be done in order to get you to the next level in your life. So ask yourself questions. Ask yourself, does this make me happy? Does this add value to my life? Is this a distraction right now? And what is it distracting me from? Okay? Because sometimes people be like, okay, you're on your phone too much, yada, yada, yada. But if I'm a content creator and I'm on my phone looking for content, then am I really distracted, or does somebody just want your attention and they just saying that you're distracted? You know what I'm saying? So make sure that it's actually distracting you from something, okay? So yeah, ask yourself questions. Once you ask yourself those questions and they all come up to, and you figure out what you want to do and how you want to go about it, then you can move and say, okay, I can go out on this day. Maybe I can go out tonight because I got to get this done. But you have to set aside time to also enjoy, you know, your family and your friends and stuff, because it's very much needed. Me and my sister going on a date tonight. Very much needed. Okay, so take the time out to do what you gotta do to get your career stuff done, your goals done, or get everything set up so that way you can have that time to just, you know, enjoy your life, because it's important. Okay, say no when it's time to say no. You cannot please everyone. And at the end of the day, you're taking away from yourself when you say yes to something that you know you're going to regret later. Don't do it to yourself, please. I've done it too many times. Please don't do that to yourself, okay? Be better than me. Alrighty, tip number 4. Tip number 4 is take breaks. Number 3 set me right up for number 4, okay? Take breaks. Listen. Because some of y'all just go, and you don't know when to stop. You have to stop or else you're going to burn out. And I think that's what happens to a lot of us in January. We'll be like, okay, this is the start of the year. Oh, I got to go hard. Boom, 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 boom. And you're just running around crazy. And guess what? By the end of January, you're like this. Tired. Or you just don't feel like doing anything anymore because you've burnt yourself out. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Matter of fact, before you even plan or schedule anything, plan your rest days because it's important. Whenever you're resting, you're off, okay? So when you're off, and when you're working and you're grinding and you're going in, and or you're working on a project or you're focused on something, you're on. So when you're off, and you're on, okay? So when it's relaxation time, don't think about anything that has to do with work, or just do what makes you happy in that time, but schedule it because it's important. Self-care and taking breaks is very much needed. It's very much important because it recharges you. It's like the cup analogy. You can't pour from an empty cup. There's nothing left. Same thing with a battery, okay? If the battery is dead, the phone doesn't work, right? The camera doesn't work. So how do you expect for yourself to keep going when you don't have anything left to give? Okay? So recharge yourself, take a step back, and then boom, when that next day comes and you got something scheduled, get it done. Take accountability for yourself and get it done, okay? You are in charge of your life. You run this. This is your story, your journey, okay? Don't let anybody or anything deter you from what you got going on. We locked in this year, okay? Locked in. But take breaks, please. Tip number 5. Tip number 5 is to start the year off with discipline. Tip number 1 was not to start the year off with motivation. So I'm telling you in tip number 5, as my best tip I can give you, is to start the year off with discipline. Start the year off with consistency. Start the year off with being persistent. Okay? Rely on your discipline. If it's set on your schedule, you have to do it. You got to treat it like a job. Because if you just keep pushing it on the back burner, oh, I'll do it later, and you keep procrastinating on it, it's not going to get done. Like I said, you'll open your eyes and it'll be 2024. We don't want that. We don't want that. But yes, lean into your discipline. Stick to your schedule. Hold yourself accountable. And whenever life starts lifing, and you feel overwhelmed and it's beginning too much, take a step back, okay? Take a step back and then reconvene. Like I said, this all the tips kind of tie in together. Don't start it off with motivation because motivation is not going to, bring you through. You got to plan it out. You have to stay disciplined. You have to say no to things that don't align with your goals. And as you're planning it out and you're, busting your goals out and you're getting stuff done, take breaks because it's important. But you always have to make sure that you're being consistent and relying on discipline rather than just leaning on motivation, because motivation dies down. When life starts lifing, it can get the best of us. So I'm telling you, whenever you feel like it's overwhelming and it's too much, come back to this video and I'm gonna tell you this. Keep fighting to finish your race. You're almost there. Keep fighting to finish your race, because if you give up, somebody else is gonna take the winning spot. Somebody else is gonna be doing what you want to do or going where you want to go, or it's going to turn into something negative. So you have to keep fighting for what you want so you can be that person that you can look up to. Be your own inspiration. Don't give up on what you've been fighting so hard for just because it got hard. Keep going. Keep fighting. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. You're going to cry. You're going to give up, but then you're going to be like, never mind, I got to get up and do it anyway. It's going to be hard. But with that being said, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting me. I appreciate it. Love y'all. And remember to always do what makes you happy. Peace.